Hello student. Uh, in RF and micro laboratory, today we will explain experiment number 2. Aim of experiment number 2 is to study the VI characteristics of gun diode. And equipment required in experiment: gun oscillator, gun power supply, pin modulator, isolator, frequency meter, variable attenuator, detector mount, waveguide stand, VSWR meter, cable and accessories. And this one is the symbol of gun diode. This terminal is anode, that represented as a positive. This one is cathode, that represented as a negative. And the gun diode is made up using GaAs, is a germanium arsenide. And it is not based on PN junction, it is only based on N layer electron as a majority carrier. And it's working based on Gunn effect. And discovered by J.B. Gunn in 1962. And this is the block diagram of RF and micro test bench for this experiment. The gun power supply is our input source and its range is 0 to 10 volt DC voltage. And output of gun power supply applied to the gun oscillator, and gun oscillator is also contain gun diode. And 1 kilohertz square wave and 0 to 10 volt DC input to the gun oscillator and input to the pin modulator. And the gun oscillator produce continuous wave, and that continuous wave and square wave modulated using pin modulator, and the output of pin modulator is frequency range between 8 to 12 gigahertz. And the function of isolator is power flow in one particular direction. It does not allow the reflected power. And the function of variable attenuator is absorb the some power or allow the full power. That based on requirement we will adjust the variable attenuator. And the frequency meter used for measuring the frequency, in which frequency our microwave test bench is working. And the slotted section is our transmission line, and it used for finding the minima and maxima in microwave test bench. And here detector mount is used for measuring the power and VSWR meter, and the match termination that absorb the all power coming from the micro test bench. This is a basic block diagram of experiment number 2. And the gun diode is made up using GaAs. In GaAs, normally valence and conduction bands are available, and also another third band is available, and this is a sub band or a energy band in additional to the valence and conduction band. And normally in the third band, effective electron mass higher compared to the usual conduction band. In this case, we increase the forward voltage of gun power supply. At that time, electric field strength increase, and more electron reach to the higher band, and causing them to slower at that time, decreasing the current, and then create the negative resistance characteristics. And the negative resistance characteristics is increasing the voltage. At that time, current is also increased, and some voltage at VTH, at that time current start decreasing. That's create the negative resistance, and this region is a positive mobility region, this is a negative mobility regions, and this peak voltage that represent as a threshold voltage, and this one is the VI characteristics of gun diode. And we will move to the hardware micro test bench. Hardware microwave test bench is used for characterize the VI characteristics of the gun diode. In this experiment, first we apply the input voltage between 0 to 10 volt, and corresponding we have measured the current. Gun power supply is our input source, and this is the output of gun power supply that applied to the input of the gun oscillator. This one is our gun oscillator, and here 1 kilohertz square wave output in the pin supply, and this is the input of the pin modulator, and between is isolator. Isolator is used for propagating the power in one particular direction. It does not allow the reflected power, and this gun oscillator is produce the continuous wave, and that continuous wave flow to the isolator, and isolator is passed to the pin modulator, and the pin modulator is modulate the continuous wave using the carrier as a square wave 1 kilohertz that generated from the pin supply, and then it's passed to the attenuator, and right now attenuator is in maximum position, so no power absorbed in this attenuator, all power flow to the waveguide, and then frequency meter. That frequency meter is used for measuring the frequency of that electromagnetic wave, and that frequency range is between 8 to 12 gigahertz, and it is the input of the micro slotted section line, and then detector mount, and that detector mount is used for measuring the power, and the power VSWR meter is connected to the detector mount. And here first our target is measure the voltage of the input voltage to the gun oscillator, and corresponding measure the current. The voltage is represent here, V is equal to 0.00 volt and I is equal to 0.00 ampere, and right now is in continuous wave mode. Select mode, that one is continuous mode. Here is you can choose different mode, but right now we have choose the continuous wave mode, and the right now voltage is 0 volt and current is 0 ampere, and this in this case we will increase the voltage and correspondingly measure the current, and the gun bias right now is in anti-clockwise direction, and this mode frequency right now is in fully clockwise mode, and the pin bias also is in fully anti-clockwise mode, and this is the gun supply output, and this one is the pin supply output, and right now is voltage is 0 volt. I am increasing the voltage range. So first is 0 volt, at that time current is 0 and voltage is up to 0.8 volt, current is 0.05 ampere, means current also increase, and voltage is 1.2 volt, current is 0.09 ampere. Voltage increase, current also increase. In 1.8 volt, current is 0.12 ampere. Voltage increase, current also increase. .17 voltage increase, current increase. 2.5 volt. At that time, current is 0.15 ampere. Means current increase. And near 3 volt means 2.97. At that time, current is 2.16 ampere. And increasing the voltage up to 3.5, current also increase. And voltage increase more than 3.5 volt. At that time, current is near 17 ampere. Means current start decreasing. Voltage increase, current start decreasing. And that one is this voltage is a threshold voltage. Means peak voltage is near 4.5 volt, and current start decreasing at that point. Means at 4.5 volt, current start decreasing, and more increase the voltage, current goes decreasing. That point is our threshold voltage, and that treat the negative resistance characteristics. Voltage increase up to 4.85 volt, current going to decreasing. Current is 0.15 ampere. That one is negative regions. Means voltage increase, current decrease. Voltage increase up to 5 volt, then current also decreasing. Right now, voltage is near 6 volt. At that time, current is 14 ampere in panel, and voltage increase up to 7 volt. So current is up to 13 ampere. Voltage increase up to 9.2 volt. At that time, current is 12 ampere, and up to 10 volt, current is 0.11 ampere. So based on this reading, you should plot the VI characteristics of gun diode. In x-axis represent as a voltage, and y-axis represent as a current, and you should plot the VI characteristics of gun diode based on our measurement. Clear? And right now I am changing the voltage. And I am set around that voltage up to 5 volt, and this gun oscillator produces a continuous wave, and that pass to the isolator, and also the 1 kilowatt square wave input to the pin volt that create the continuous wave, and its frequency between 8 to 12 gigahertz, and we will also measure the frequency. And that in output of that frequency meter is connected to the input of the slotted section line, and we will also see the minima and maxima standing wave pattern in the oscilloscope. Using slotted section line, we will measure the minima and maxima and also measure the frequency. Right now, this one is our position is middle in the slotted section line. So first we find the minima and then maxima in slotted section line. This slotted section line have generated the standing wave pattern, and the output of this slotted section line probe is connected to the oscilloscope. Using analog oscilloscope, we have measured the standing wave pattern, and right now I will move this probe position and find the minima and maxima. This moving the probe that gives the maximum position, and it's go to the minimum position right now. Right now this one is a minimum position, and this next position is maxima in the standing wave pattern. This one is a maxima position, and this one is a minimum position, and it's go to the maximum position. And start from going to the minimum position. This one up to maximum. We also go to the reverse direction. You can also visualize the pattern. This one is maximum position. This one is a minimum position, and move forward for maximum position. This one is minima, and start for maxima. Okay, this one is another minima, and start for maxima. This is the basic introduction of the minima and maxima in slotted section line, and using frequency meter we can measure the frequency. Right now our frequency meter in some position, so we are moving the frequency meter in clockwise direction and measure the frequency of the electromagnetic wave that between 8 to 12 gigahertz. And the dip coming in oscilloscope at one frequency, that one is our input frequency. So we will first measure the input frequency. So we start the moving the oscilloscope, the dip coming in only one frequency. This one is the dip, the variation in the vertical direction at only one frequency, this frequency. This one is our input frequency. The dip come only on one frequency, so we will measure that frequency. Other frequency no dip available. This one is the dip. This one dip in vertical direction. This one variation in upper direction. This one is our input frequency. So at that time we measure the red vertical line, intersection of the red vertical line and horizontal line, lower horizontal line, that gives the resonance frequency. And that resonance frequency right now is 10.9 gigahertz at 4.76 input voltage. Okay, this one is our measured input frequency of electromagnetic wave, and that applied to the slotted section line, and we have already measured the minima and maxima in slotted section line. And another frequency no dip coming is a stable point. In other frequencies no dip is there. So 10.9 is our input frequency, and this concept we will use in our next experiment. Thank you.